feel defeated by all the negative thoughts? There is a way to combat them, and I will show you today in our episode. Hey everyone, it's Coach Marissa at The Power Within, and today I am going to show you how to turn off all those negative thoughts that are in your head. Have you ever heard, things like, you're so stupid, why do you think you can do this? Nobody likes you anyway, they're all going to laugh at you, you failed before, what is the point? You can't do this, there's no way you can do any of these things, you might as well just give up now. Those kinds of thoughts. So although our thoughts are powerful, the words that we speak have even more power. What we're going to do today is create a list of all the positive things about you to counter all these lies that are going on inside our heads. You are going to need something to write on. So the first step in this process is I want you to think about a person that you really admire. And I want you to think about the qualities that this person has. So what you're going to do is list 5 qualities that you really admire in this other person. So go ahead and start your list with 1 through 5. So you should have your list now of the 5 qualities that you admire in someone else. And what's really cool about this list is the reason you admire these qualities is because you also possess them, but they may not be as well developed as they are in this person you admire. So they're going to make up the first 5 items on our list. Now, if you're an adult, we're going to have a total list of 20 items, and if you're a kid, you're going to have a total list of 10 items. So what we're going to do next, to finish out your list, I want you to list out reasons why someone would be your friend. So no one would ever say, oh my gosh, I love hanging out with you because you're so responsible and you always pay your bills on time. That is not why we pick our friends. We pick our friends because they're fun, they're funny, they're positive, they're caring, encouraging, energetic, things like that. So if any of those items resonate with you, feel free to add them to your list. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get started on your list. If you are feeling stuck, here are some examples. Your first one that you should all write down, feel free to use this, is I am a powerhouse of awesome. This comes from one of my clients, her name is Sarah, and I thought that one was so incredible that I put it on my list and I put it all in caps. Now if you haven't finished your list, that's okay, but your assignment is to get it done today before you go to bed. And you cannot ask other people for ideas for what to put on here. Because remember, this is the truth about you. So it needs to come from you. Or if you're a praying person, you can pray for some divine guidance to help you complete this list. Once you have your list completed, what do we do with it? What I recommend is that you post it in a place where you start your day and where you end your day. So I have my list hanging in my bathroom. So it's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, and it is the last thing I do before I go to bed at night. So some people print their list out, some people write it on a Post-it. You do whatever works best for you. You could even put it on your cell phone if that works for you. And you're going to read these out loud to yourself. So it does no good to just read them and not say them, because you have to actually speak them out loud. So you can do it in a whisper, you can do it, with an exciting shout, however you want to do this. But every time that you read this list out loud, it will stop and turn off those negative voices that are in your head. So a couple tips. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's very common for people to forget to do it. They're just like, oh, I just got busy, I didn't think about doing it. And then you don't get to feel better. Being consistent is the most important thing, because that is what's going to keep those negative voices away. This is how we win. So if you're not consistent, which is common and happens, all that happens is that those inner voices that are really negative, they're going to come back. So we're going to need to make sure that we continue to say the positive things about ourselves. Now you might find that you're having a really hard day and you're feeling really down and defeated and depressed. And that is a day where you're going to need to read your list more than 2 times, because that's how we win. I know you can do this. I believe in you, and I am so excited for how it's going to change your life. For next week, as you're going through this, I want you to think about all the lies and where did those come from, those negative thoughts that are in your head, and I want you to jot them down on paper, because next week what I'm going to help you do is release those lies so that they no longer have control over you. If you found today's information helpful, please like and subscribe. I am Coach Marissa at The Power Within, empowering you body, mind,